Reading from the Acts of the Apostles. On the day of Pentecost, Peter stood up with the 11, raised his voice and proclaimed, "You who are Jews, indeed all of you staying in Jerusalem, let this be known to you and listen to my words. You who are children of Israel, hear these words. Jesus the Nazarene was a man commended to you by God, with mighty deeds, wonders, and signs, which God worked through him in your midst, as you yourselves know. This man, delivered up by the set plan and foreknowledge of God, you killed using lawless men to crucify him. But God raised him up, releasing him from the throes of death, because it was impossible for him to be held by it. For David says of him, I saw the Lord before me. With him at my right hand, I shall not be disturbed. Therefore, my heart has been glad, and my tongue has exalted. My flesh, too, will dwell in hope, because you will not abandon my soul to the netherworld, nor will you suffer your Holy One to see corruption. You have made known to me the paths of life. You will fill me with joy in your presence. My brothers, one can confidently say to you about the patriarch David that he died and was buried, and his tomb is our midst to this day. But since he was prophet and knew that God had sworn by an oath to him that he would not set one of his descendants upon his throne, he foresaw and spoke of the resurrection of that Christ, that neither was he abandoned to the netherworld, nor did his flesh see corruption. God raised this Jesus. Of these we are all witnesses, exalted at the right hand of God. He poured forth the promise of the Holy Spirit that he received from the Father, as you both see and hear. The word of the Lord.
Thanks to God.
Responsorial Psalm. Keep me safe, O God, you are my hope.
Keep me safe, O God, you are my hope.
Keep me, O God, for in you I take refuge. I say to the Lord, my Lord are you. O Lord, my allotted portion and my cup. You it is who hold fast my lot. Keep me safe, O God, you are my hope. I bless the Lord who counsels me. Even in the night my heart exhorts me. I set the Lord ever before me. With him at my right hand, I shall not be disturbed. Keep me safe, O God, you are my hope. Therefore my heart is glad, and my soul rejoices. My body, too, abides in confidence, because you will not abandon my soul to the netherworld, nor will you suffer your faithful one to undergo corruption. Keep me safe, O God, you are my hope. You will show me the path to life, fullness of joys in your presence, the delights at your right hand forever. Keep me safe, O God, you are my hope. Alleluia, 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 alleluia. This is the day the Lord has made. Let it be glad and rejoice in it. Alleluia, alleluia.
Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew. Mary Magdalene and the other Mary went away quickly from the tomb, fearful yet overjoyed, and ran to announce the news to his disciples. And behold, Jesus met them on their way and greeted them. They approached, embraced his feet, and did him homage. And Jesus said to them, "Do not be afraid. Go tell my brothers to go to Galilee, and there they will see me." While they were going, some of the guard went into the city and told the chief priests all that had happened. The chief priests assembled with the elders and took counsel. Then they gave a large sum of money to the soldiers, telling them, "You are to say, 'His disciples came by night and stole him while we were sleeping.' And if this gets to the ears of the governor, we will satisfy him and keep you out of trouble." The soldiers took the money and did as they were instructed. And this story has circulated among the Jews to the present day. The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
Good morning.
Good morning, Father.
Well, having celebrated Easter yesterday, we now approach Easter week, and we actually celebrate Easter for the next 7 days. It's that important a feast. But I think one of the things that is so powerful about Easter are the ones who proved to be faithful. And in the gospel, believe it or not, it's not the men. It's the women. It's the women who are totally faithful to Jesus. You know, you got a glimpse of that on Palm Sunday when we heard the Passion according to Luke. And 3 times specifically, we were told about the women who stayed with him through the whole ordeal. And the men, they fled. They fled. And in all the post-resurrection accounts, Jesus first appears, the risen Lord, to the women, as he does today. The women are the steadfast ones. Now, unfortunately, in today's gospel, it picks up where Jesus appears to the 2 Marys. But I think their courage and strength is found in what preceded today's gospel, when they get to the tomb. And we're told, as they got to the tomb, there was a mighty earthquake. And this angel, who is resplendent in light, came down, rolled away the stone, and sat on it. The guards who were guarding the tomb fell down, paralyzed with fear, almost like they were dead. The 2 women, they stood there. They stood there and allowed the angel to say, "Peace," and delivered the message that the Lord has been raised up. So, kudos to all you ladies. And I would just say, we men might have a lot to learn from you.